Hey guys, it's Holly Bricken, Optimum Nutrition Athlete. So I always get asked what my favorite healthy sweet snack is, and I figured since I get asked so much, I would share the recipe with you and walk you guys through it. It is from Bodybuilding.com. It's actually one of Jamie Eason's really well-known recipes. It is for her cinnamon swirl protein bread. I do a little bit of a modification, so I don't make it into a loaf. I make it more into muffins so that they're easy little bite-sized things that you can take with you, or just like tiny snacks. So the first thing you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 350. The first ingredient is going to be Ideal, which is a no-calorie sweetener. And you want to just take 1/3 of a cup of Ideal with 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And this is going to kind of be your middle and also the topping of the muffins. This is what's going to make it sweet. The next thing you want to do is in a large bowl, you want to take oat flour. I already pre-measured it, 1.5 cups of oat flour. Just stick it in your bowl. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Remember, baking powder, not baking soda. And just stick it right in there. And what I like to do here is stop for 1 second and just mix the baking powder in with the oat flour. So I like to just mix it in first. No big deal, it takes 2 seconds. Okay, then once you have that, you're going to have 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm sorry, it's gonna be a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And also you're gonna go back to your Ideal, or maybe stevia in the raw, and you're gonna do a 1/2 cup. Dump that in there. Mix it up again. And then you can choose your protein powder. You're gonna use 2 full scoops of protein. My go-to for this recipe is Optimum Nutrition, Gold Standard Whey, and I like the French vanilla cream flavor. So you're gonna just do 2 scoops. And now your dry mixture is done. We're gonna move on to the wet part of your mixture. So the third thing you wanna do is you wanna take more of a medium-sized bowl, and you're going to go ahead and put egg whites in there, not whole eggs. I already measured it out. 1 egg is 3 tablespoons, so I did 6 tablespoons for the egg whites. And then you're also gonna get almond breeze, which is gonna be an almond milk, unsweetened. So you're gonna use 1 cup of almond breeze. Next thing you want to do is use applesauce. Applesauce is really great instead of using oil to kind of keep everything together. I go with a natural applesauce. So you're actually, since it's 4 ounces, you're going to use the entire cup of applesauce. Okay, and then the final part you're going to add into your wet mixture is going to be yogurt. You can use any kind of yogurt you want. I chose a vanilla flavored yogurt, and I also go for the light simply because it has less carbs. So you're going to use a 1/4 cup, which I've already measured out. And go ahead and just add that again to your wet mixture, and whisk everything together just to kind of get it all combined. And add it to your dry ingredients. So just mix this all together until you get almost like a pancake consistency. So simple, easy. You have your wet mixture, and then you also have your, basically it's going to be the middle layer and the topping. You can use the paper, muffin little paper cups, or you can use silicone. I like the silicone because they're easy. They're, you don't have to have any waste with the paper, and then you don't have to use any kind of, like butter or spray to make them not stick. They're silicone. First thing you want to do is you want to fill the muffin cups, just a slight layer in there. So you just want to just have a little bit on the very bottom. You don't want to go too overboard because you're going to basically layer it with the topping. So I'd say maybe about that much. Now that you started filling your muffin cups, what you want to do is I'm going to make it 2 separate ways because my family loves blueberry muffins, and we also like the cinnamon taste of the cinnamon swirl protein. So same exact mixture, we're just going to do 2 little variations. So the first one we're going to do like the normal recipe calls that you find on bodybuilding.com. So we're going to have this shallow layer of mixture that I told you about at the very bottom. And then what you want to do is just sprinkle some of the cinnamon and Ideal mixture on top of that. Then once you have that done, you want to layer with another layer of your liquid mixture. And just make sure that you're not filling your cup too full. Just maybe that much is how much you want to fill it. And then you just layer it one more time with your cinnamon and Ideal mixture on top. And you put that off to the side. Then the second variation is, since I was telling you my family loves blueberries, I make it kind of into a blueberry muffin. I just add a couple blueberries on top of the thin layer mixture, kind of like you would do with your first layer of your cinnamon and your ideal. And then go ahead and add my second layer of my mixture right on top of that. Doing the same thing with not filling it all the way to the top so that they don't overflow. You're almost ready to put them in the oven, and the oven is already ready to go. So the final step is, what you want to do is you want to take a knife and you want to swirl together the two layers. You don't have to go too crazy, but you just want to make sure that it's mixed. So you want to do that on every single muffin. Then what you want to do is you want to just put your pan into the oven. So stick them in your oven. Every oven is different. It takes mine about 18 minutes, so I just set my timer on my microwave to 18 minutes. And then I'll clean up and I'll see you guys back here in a few minutes. And the best way to check your muffins to make sure that they're cooked all the way is just to use a toothpick. You just put the toothpick into the middle of the muffin. If it comes out clean, the muffins are done. So anyways, that is the recipe. Thanks again, Jamie Eason, for the great idea, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.